Coming up, a rip current advisory for parts of the Suncoast, what beach officials are doing to try to keep people safe in the water. Plus, why a fire inside a Bradenton home left a family looking for 9 of their dogs. And Sarasota County Schools getting ready to officially welcome its first ever police chief. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at noon.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story today at noon. Several people were rescued from Gulf Coast beaches yesterday. 5 on Clearwater Beach, 3 at Sarasota's Lido Beach. Today, there's a high rip current risk in effect again. ABC 7's Marla Spence joins us from Lido Beach with what lifeguards are doing to make sure everyone stays safe.
A high rip current risk is in effect for area beaches until later tonight. The National Weather Service issued an alert early this morning for several counties, including Sarasota, Manatee, Pinellas, and Hillsborough. Just yesterday at Clearwater Beach, a man and his son were saved after getting stuck in a rip current. Just 45 minutes later at the same beach, 3 more swimmers needed rescue from the same strong current. Luckily, none of the 5 needed medical attention. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for 3 people here on the Suncoast. 3 swimmers, a 40-year-old man, a 40-year-old woman, and a 10-year-old boy needed water rescue after nearly drowning at Lido Beach. Both adults were taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and the child was bay flighted to All Children's Hospital. Right now, their conditions are still unknown. In an effort to preventing incidents like that from happening, a lifeguard captain will be at Lido Beach at 1 today. That captain will be offering rip current safety tips and a breakdown of what beach flags mean for your safety. Mike Sullivan, who is the battalion chief for the Sarasota County's fire department, was on scene during yesterday's rescue at Lido Beach. He offers a few ways you can stay safe from rip currents.
Well, we always advise people with rip currents that they need to stay close to lifeguard stands and be mindful of that, be mindful of the swimming conditions that the lifeguards post with their advisory flags.
And if you happen to get caught in a rip current, it's recommended that you stay calm, you scream for help, and you swim parallel to the shore. I'm Marla Spence reporting in Sarasota for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Marla, thank you. New at noon, 2 people are hurt after an overnight shooting in Manatee County. It happened along 27th Avenue Drive East in Bradenton around 2:30 this morning. Deputies say 2 people were going out to their car when someone fired shots. One of the victims was shot in the back, the other grazed by a bullet in what's described as non-life-threatening injuries. Deputies are now searching for the shooter. And the search continues for a 17-year-old suspected killer after a weekend double murder in Manatee County. Now we're hearing from one of the 2 victims' friends. Deputies are actively searching for Joe Clairjusti, wanted in connection to Sunday's deadly shooting behind a shopping plaza on Cortez Road. Investigators also revealed there's a 4th person involved in this case who they are now calling a witness. In the meantime, a friend of one of the victims says Caleb Bowman was a genuine, caring person.
The kid had a lot of potential. It's really tragic that somebody just takes it away like that.
Manatee County Crime Stoppers is offering a $3,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. You can call 866-634-TIPS if you can help. The search continues today for 9 dogs who ran away during a house fire. That fire destroyed the home on 26th Avenue West in Bradenton. 19 dogs were in that home at the time. Fire officials say 2 of the dogs died. 8 others have been found safe. People in the home were able to escape unharmed.
When we arrived, all the occupants were out. They were in the front of the house. They were frantically communicating to us that there were animals inside. We immediately made entry and performed a search.
Cause of the fire is still under investigation. Happening today, the Sarasota County School District will swear in its first ever police chief. The school board will have a ceremony this afternoon for Paul Grohowski. The ceremony starts at 1:30 in the school board chambers and is open to the public. A meet and greet will come after the swearing in, followed by a school board meeting. Grohowski last worked for a community college in Southern California. School begins on August 13th. And looking ahead, Florida's annual back-to-school sales tax holiday is coming up on Friday, August 3rd to Sunday the 5th. It applies to clothing that costs up to $60 an item and certain school supplies that sell for up to $15. You can find a complete list of eligible items at floridarevenue.com. Time now to get a check on our weather on this Tuesday. Meteorologist Josh Stone in for John today, and yet again a muggy day on the Suncoast.
Another muggy day. We have westerly winds bringing in this moisture. Let's check out our radar right now, and we have some activity on it. Definitely, we have an area of low pressure to the north of us in southern Georgia, and that's been responsible for just sitting there and continuing to spin all this moisture in our direction. Now, most of the activity right now is inland and well east of 75, but we'll still have some more showers that fire up this afternoon. But I think as far as the coast go, we can't rule out maybe a few showers developing along the coast, but most of the heavier showers today will be inland. We have sunshine, at least here in Sarasota, but you go inland, there's more cloud cover. Our temperature right now is 88 degrees, and that's really going to be our high for the day. The average for high this time of the year is 90, but notice the winds out of the west and southwest at 15 miles per hour. That has been the case for the last several days. It's going to be the case for the next several days moving forward. So this is going to be the situation here as we continue to have moisture coming into the area. We'll see what we can do as we get to the upcoming weekend. See if we can get a little more sunshine.
All right, Josh, thank you. Right now, wildfires are raging through seaside resorts near the Greek capital, torching homes, cars, and forest, and killing at least 50 people. ABC's Molly Hunter has the story.
As flames engulf small Greek villages, there are two ways out, by road or by sea. The Coast Guard says they've rescued more than 700 people from beaches, picking up even more swimmers already out in the water.
Thankfully, the sea was there, and we went into the sea. Because the flames were chasing us all the way to the water, it burned our backs and we dove into the water. It reminded me of the eruption at Pompeii.
They're the worst wildfires Greece has seen in years, killing dozens of people already. The Red Cross says they found 26 bodies huddled together between two homes on a cliff above the beach. Firefighters doing battle with heavy winds reaching 50 miles per hour, rapidly sending the flames over mountains and into homes. The Greek Prime Minister urged unity, today declaring 3 days of mourning.
We must, at this moment, all be in a constant state of alert.
But so many unable to escape by road. A death trap here, the abandoned cars now incinerated. The metal from one motorbike melted into the ground. The scorched earth and skeleton structures left behind here in Mati, just 15 miles outside of Athens. And even in the capital, thick clouds of smoke blocking out the sun above the Acropolis. And all across Europe, up in Scandinavia, out in eastern Siberia, and all the way in Japan, record heat this week. Here in the UK, it's windy, but still really hot. The Met Office says no relief yet, warning people to stay out of the sun, especially during the heat of the day, at least until Friday. Molly Hunter, ABC News, London.
And to get the latest breaking news across the world and here at home on the Suncoast, as well as your first alert weather forecast delivered right to your phone, download our apps. You can find it in your app store under WWSB or My Suncoast. Still to come in your Suncoast news, how a $15,000 storage unit helped a New York art collector make millions. And how goats are helping raise money for worthy causes at an event this weekend in Sarasota.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I had been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small, so Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Welcome back. Good to see you on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi. Today actually has the entire week off, so good for him. Well, we're walking out to a dew point right now in Sarasota of 77. That's one of the reasons why it's so muggy. We have westerly wind, and our temperatures right now 87 degrees in Sarasota, 88 in Venice, so upper 80s along the Sun Coast. We have a high dew point, making it feel like it's in the mid to upper 90s right now. It feels like it's 97 in Punta Gorda, Inglewood, and Venice, and a cool 96 here in Sarasota. Again, westerly, southwesterly wind, about 10 to 13 miles per hour sustained around the Sun Coast, and area of low pressure to our north continues to spin and bring in this moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. Speckles of green here throughout the Gulf of Mexico. This is the radar showing where the shower activity is, and some thunderstorms taking place well east of 75 now, tracking towards Arcadia. Actually looked a little more menacing maybe about 15 minutes ago. Looks like these storms are starting to die down, but still it's going to produce some heavy rain as they track towards Arcadia. We have a couple of flood warnings over here in Little Mayaca River and the Mayaca River. Flood warnings can go on for days and days, and one of the reasons why this has happened excuse me, is because since last Thursday we have accumulated about 5 inches of rainfall here along the Sun Coast. So there's no doubt that some of these local rivers are right at the riverbank here as far as almost overflowing or just overflowing. So showers and storms are in a forecast this week, and it continues to be this way with this westerly, southwesterly flow. It's also going to be warm and humid, and we also have to deal with rip current risks because the rip currents are very strong along the west coast of Florida right now. So again, the culprit here is this area of low pressure that's situated just to our north. It's continuing to spin counterclockwise, and as the flow moves around this counterclockwise, there's little disturbances within the flow that help to stir up the atmosphere, especially in the Gulf of Mexico, and then you can see all the green here coming in from the west. And again, we look at something called the precipitable moisture here, and it shows in the darker colors of red how much moisture there is in the atmosphere, and it continues to come our way around this area of low pressure. So putting our futurecast into motion, you can see for this afternoon, most of the heaviest showers and storms will be inland and well away from the coast. But then by tonight, maybe later on tonight, 11:30 tonight, a few more heavier showers could roll in from the Gulf of Mexico along the Sun Coast, right on the coastline. And then we get to do this all again as we go into our Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at the tropics. Well, we're in hurricane season right now, nearing the peak of it actually, but that's going to be in August and the early part of September. But right now, everything is quiet, and that's what we like to see. looking at the next several days, you're looking for sunshine on this 7-day forecast. Not so much. Mostly cloudy skies. Heavier showers and storms will be the case thanks to, again, this west-southwesterly flow that continues to bring this moisture in from the Gulf of Mexico. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Josh, thank you. In Health Smart, gluten-free food sounds healthy, right? Well, as ABC's Arlette Saenz explains, they may not always be the healthier option.
Gluten-free food sounds healthy, right? Recommended by doctors for celiac disease and tried by parents everywhere for a variety of different conditions. But is it actually healthier for kids? In a new study, researchers set out to answer this very question. They bought over 350 food items marketed for children and compared the nutritional quality of the foods with a gluten-free label and the foods without it. Overall, gluten-free labeled products had lower levels of sodium and lower percentages total fat and saturated fat. But there was a catch. Those very same gluten-free foods with lower sodium and lower fat had almost 40% more sugar. So if you have a child with celiac disease on a gluten-free diet, or if you're trying a gluten-free diet for another condition, what can you do to shop smart? Check the nutrition labels. Despite their healthy reputation, gluten-free foods might be holding a sweet surprise for you. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Saenz, ABC News.
Well, dogs are proving they really are man's best friend. A new study suggests dogs can tell when their owner is in need, and they move quickly to come in and to help. Researchers found the animals get to their owners faster when they make crying sounds rather than maybe when they hum a tune. More research needs to be done, but the study could shed some light on what influences dogs to rush to help their human companions. You've heard about goat yoga around the country, and this weekend it's taking place in Sarasota. Owners of Pineapple Yoga in Burns Court are again hosting a unique fundraiser this Sunday morning. People can take yoga among goats roaming around the floor. The organizer says it's a fun way to try yoga and help raise some money for other yoga programs at the studio for worthy causes. Now, you can take part in all of this. Goat yoga starts at 10 a.m. Sunday at the Pineapple Yoga Studio in Burns Court. There's more about it on our website, mysuncoast.com. All right, let's head over to our kitchen right now. Our good friend Chef Pedro Flores joins us today from Table Creekside Restaurant in Sarasota. Pedro, great to see you again.
Thank you,
What's
sir.
on the menu for today?
We have a delicious Mediterranean seafood salad, sir, coming up.
Sounds good.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Tomorrow at 9 on Suncoast View.
Our kids are heading back to school, and there's one thing you want to make sure is on the to-do list. I'm Joey Panic. On Suncoast View, a medical professional talks about the importance of school physicals for a safe start to the new year. We're cleaning up our Suncoast waters with Sarasota Bay Watch. We'll learn about the program and how you can help. Plus a preview from the Venice Summer Cabaret Festival, and Apollonia Mediterranean Grill is in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 9 on Suncoast View.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
We'll take a look at this, the find of a lifetime for a New York art dealer purchasing a storage locker for $15,000. As ABC's Diane Macedo explains, he didn't realize it contained paintings that could be worth millions of dollars.
It's an experience art collector David Killen won't soon forget. After paying $15,000 for an abandoned storage unit full of paintings he expected to be junk, he found this inside.
You live for this moment.
A certified, genuine, one-of-a-kind painting by famous abstract expressionist Willem de Kooning, potentially worth millions. And that same storage unit contained 5 more Kooning works.
This storage unit is a miracle.
This isn't the first time unsuspecting buyers have discovered hidden treasures. Just 6 years ago, a man at a Las Vegas yard sale spent just $5 on a picture, only to discover this hidden gem underneath, an early painting by none other than Andy Warhol.
I saw this big canvas with just paint all over it, no picture. It was ugly.
And more than 25 years ago, Terry Horton picked up this painting at a thrift store, a possible Jackson Pollock, which she says is worth $50 million.
He said, you might have a Jackson Pollock painting here. And I said, who the f is Jackson Pollock?
As for Killen, he says he's in no rush to go through the rest of his storage unit.
Every time I feel down, I'm going to open one, and it's a Christmas day all over.
That's Diane Macedo reporting. So how can you find your own masterpiece? Well, Killen says to leave no stone unturned and to not give up looking until something wonderful comes your way. All right, time to get back to the kitchen now. Josh is there with our good friend Chef Pedro Flores from Table Creekside. Guys?
All right, Pedro, thanks so much for joining us
thank
today.
you for having us here.
And what do we have here? It looks like a salad.
Well, we have a nice Mediterranean, like the French Riviera salad. It's very healthy for summer. It doesn't get better than that. So first we got some roasted peppers, cherry tomatoes, cooked potatoes, red onions, cabbage, and then we have a basil vinaigrette. So if you want to help me out, you can throw all the veggies in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there one that you start just
yeah,
dump
starting.
it in? Okay,
yeah,
here we go.
At the same time, you're doing the great job.
Yeah.
I'm going to start cooking the seafood. I got some water, lime juice, and sea salt. That's all I put on my when I poach some seafood.
That sounds pretty simple.
Yeah, very simple.
Okay.
It's very easy to cook. So what I do, I got some 1620 shrimps here. I'm going to drop it in the hot water.
What do you call this dish?
There's like it's a Mediterranean French Riviera, some part of the area of the Europe.
And this is a special on the menu?
Yeah, it's a special that we're running for starting tomorrow all the way to August.
Okay.
So you guys can come and eat at the table.
So it seems, at least from the ingredients, it could be light, but also a filling light, if that makes sense.
Yes, it's a very nice summer salad. You know, you had all the stuff in there. You had great vegetables in there, and that light dressing, so you can really enjoy it for summer.
So I put everything in the big bowl here.
And then you have the basil vinaigrette in the squeeze bottle.
Okay, now how much do we put in?
Shake it a little bit.
Shake,
oops.
Shaked it too much. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
And how much do we put in?
A little bit more. Just squeeze it a little bit harder. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, and then I got my shrimp cooked over here. There you go. Then I'm gonna put my base scallops. You can get them in any store actually.
Okay.
Base scallops. And then I got some mussels already. They're already poached too for like a couple minutes.
How long do the mussels take?
It was said with boiling water, I said about 3 minutes.
Oh, that's it.
And then they're gonna open very little, so you let them cool off, and then you open with your hands.
Right.
Okay. And then I got some more vinaigrette over here, the same vinaigrette. Okay. There you go.
Flavors are just gonna explode
here.
here.
And then we're gonna put a little sea salt.
Okay.
Just a little bit because you already had some in there.
Yep.
Okay. And then you want to put some little black
Put the
pepper in there.
here.
Yeah.
All right. Special pepper.
Yeah.
How much pepper? I like a lot of pepper.
I like a lot of pepper too.
Okay, I guess I can't tell you my life story.
And then I have that plate over here. You want to place the beautiful salad in with that. You have a spoon
Oh,
right
right
there.
here?
Mix
All
it
right.
nice. Put it the way you like it.
All right.
Then I have my base scallops and the calamari in the last minute because it cooks like in a half a minute. It takes very little to cook.
Okay.
You want everything to be al dente and fresh. You don't want to overcook it. So that's not too
How
long.
long does this take from start to finish?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
I would say that's 30 minutes that you're going to spend in
That's
your house.
it?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
very,
okay.
and then you can
Good
save it for
summertime
later,
salad.
summer, you know, for the whole
Keep
family.
going, or is that about right?
No, you can put the whole thing
The
in
whole
there.
thing, all right.
Yeah, you see my seafood over here? Ooh, nice.
There we go.
There you go. Then a little
Okay,
more.
Got about
Then
30
I go over
seconds
here.
left.
Yep. Shake the salad right there.
So you mix it up in the
Yeah.
bowl.
And then you just start putting it in there like the way you like it, you know.
Gotcha.
You should have
And that's
fun
what
with
I
it.
call teamwork. That looks like a pretty darn
Yes,
good looking dish.
yes, and then it's just regular in there. Look at that, the juices, the muscles.
I bet.
And it's
Yeah, that
poached,
looks
it's
good.
not very low calorie. You got your protein, you got your vegetables.
Protein and vegetables.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, you got to put little lemons in there.
Okay.
Beautiful lemons. Some radishes. And look, you have a wonderful salad. If you don't want to cook at home, come and see us at the table.
That looks
and,
fabulous.
That would be grateful to have you there.
Pedro, thanks so much for coming on
thank
our
you
show.
for having us.
Hey, you know, if you want this recipe or others, go to our website, click on the dining tab, and you'll find them all there. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Temperatures are rising, and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. The Ram 1500 has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years in a row. Get an all-new 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $24,999, or save big and get up to $13,000 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Coming up, President Trump putting pressure on his critics, why he's now threatening to take away security clearances. Plus, why some of the boys rescued from a cave in Thailand are taking steps to become Buddhist monks. And how a local group works to make sure veterans are not forgotten after they pass away. Those stories and more on your Suncoast News.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 12:30.
Welcome back. Our top story at 12:30, a new threat from the White House. The president threatening to revoke security clearances from former top national security officials who have criticized him. ABC's Serena Marshall explains why the White House says they politicized and monetized their access to secrets.
A new presidential threat towards some of his most outspoken critics.
Not only is the president looking to take away Brennan's security clearance, he's also looking into the clearances of Comey, Clapper, Hayden, Rice, and McCabe.
The White House press secretary saying President Trump may strip former top Obama and Bush national security officials of their clearances because they've politicized and monetized their former positions, but also because
making baseless accusations of improper contact with Russia or being influenced by Russia against the president is extremely inappropriate.
The former officials haven't been quiet in their opposition to the commander-in-chief's recent Russia summit.
I use the term that this is nothing short of treasonous because it is a betrayal of the nation.
But two people on Sanders' list don't even have clearances anymore. Former FBI Director James Comey and his deputy Andrew McCabe lost theirs after they were fired. Typically, former officials keep their clearances to be able to quickly advise successors in an emergency and only lose it based on wrongdoing. Michael Flynn kept his even after leading these chants during the Republican convention.
Lock her up.
On CNN, former intelligence chief James Clapper not parsing his words.
This is kind of a petty way of retribution, I suppose.
While House Speaker Paul Ryan described it as,
I think he's trolling people, honestly.
Democrats say this threat, it's all a distraction, while those who have been threatened say even without their security clearance, they'll still be speaking out. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
New at noon, President Trump's former press secretary Sean Spicer's book is now available. It's called The Briefing: Politics, the Press, and the President. The novel's being called the first insider account written by someone who worked on the Trump campaign, with the Trump transition team, and in the Trump White House. The husband of adult film star Stormy Daniels has filed for divorce. Glendon Crane also filed for a temporary restraining order, which was approved. Daniels and Crane got married in 2015 and stopped living together earlier this month. The divorce petition says there was a conflict of personalities and alleges Daniels was unfaithful. Crane is also seeking sole parental custody, adding that no one in the adult entertainment industry should be around their daughter. Looking ahead, President Trump is coming to Tampa next week. He'll be in Hillsborough County on July 31st for two events. The president will start his day at Tampa Bay Tech to promote and highlight vocational technical education and training. Then he'll attend a rally for Congressman Rob DeSantis, who is running for governor. That rally will be held at the Florida State Fairgrounds Expo Hall. Six-time Olympic gold medalist Ryan Lochte has been banned from competition by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency until next summer. In May, an investigation was launched after the 33-year-old swimmer shared a photo of himself on social media hooked up to an intravenous bag with the caption, "Athletic Recover." Lochte says a B vitamin complex was in the IV drip, but it was not what was in the IV bag that got him suspended. It was the amount that Lochte received. He talked to reporters to explain what happened.
I think the biggest thing and why I'm here is I wanted them to know that I wasn't taking anything illegal. Everything was legal. You can get it at CVS, Walgreens, Publix, like you name it. You can get it. There are just vitamins. But there are rules, and you have to obey by them. And I want them to know that, and to know that, don't worry, like, I'm not giving up.
The ban was backdated to May 24th when the picture was posted, so Lochte will miss the Pan Pacific Championships in August and the 2019 World Championships. Happening today, a lawyer for former Stanford swimming star Brock Turner will be in a California appeals court to argue that Turner's sex assault conviction should be overturned. Turner's 6-month sentence, which resulted in a jail term of only 3 months, sparked national outrage over the justice system's treatment of the victims, leading to the recall of a judge who handled that case. Today, Turner's lawyer will try to convince the court that his client did not get a fair trial. A final decision is expected to come at a later date. University of Southern California is facing legal issues after more allegations against a former campus doctor. A new lawsuit was filed against USC by more than 50 women. They claim gynecologist George Tyndall, a doctor at the university for more than 20 years, inappropriately touched them during examinations. Hundreds of women have now come forward with these allegations against the doctor. Overall, more than 200 patients are involved in various lawsuits against the university and Tyndall. New developments out of Thailand, where most of the boys rescued from a flooded cave earlier this month are taking the first steps to become novice Buddhist monks. 11 of the boys will live for 9 days in a Buddhist temple and will have their heads shaved. The act is considered a high honor in Thailand, meant to give thanks for their safe return and to honor the Navy SEAL who died in their rescue effort. Caught on camera, tens of thousands of sardines made it easy for a group of fishermen by leaping out of the water and right into their fishing boat in Taiwan. Look at that. A fisherman recorded the scene as he and his crew were cleaning the boat. The fisherman says the group saw some barracudas in the water in that area, and that it's possible they were hunting the sardines, who apparently thought they were better off jumping into the fishing boat. Haven't seen anything like that before. All right. Wow. Let's get a check now on our muggy weather outside with Josh Stone, who's in for John today. And we're kind of just stuck in this pattern of this onshore flow, which just brings that muggy air right off the Gulf.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to persist for a few days. So trying to get this low pressure out of here, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen for a while. Right now, our temperature is 88 degrees in both Sarasota and Bradenton, 85 down in Venice, a few clouds further south. Right along the shoreline, a little more sunshine, but inland, there's some activity on the radar, and you can see this popping up, especially around Arcadia, some heavier showers, even some lightning strikes. I think most of the heaviest stuff for the rest of the daytime will be inland, but later on tonight, we could get another round of showers that develop in the Gulf of Mexico and make their way onshore. That will be late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Here's a day planner. Temperatures in the upper 80s, some areas lower 90s, but it feels a lot warmer than that thanks to this westerly, southwesterly flow. And we'll show you the heat index when I return in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Josh, thank you. Now to a recall alert you need to know about. Salmonella is connected to one of the country's favorite snacks. Pepperidge Farm is recalling 4 kinds of its goldfish crackers. Officials with the company say there's a chance the products may be tainted. The 4 kinds affected by the recall: extra cheddar, sour cream and onion, whole grain, and pretzel. If you have any of those crackers, you can take them back to where you bought them for a full refund. Happening in Florida, we're getting an update on that fatal plane collision near Miami last week that left 4 people dead. That flight school where the 2 planes were originated from, Dean International, is now shutting down. Students found out about the closing as they gathered for a memorial for the victims at Miami Executive Airport. Dean International's lawyers and owners decided to shut down and liquidate the company, but they say that the crash was not the company's fault, that the planes were working properly at the time of the crash.
There was no maintenance issue. Everything was okay with these planes. They didn't see each other, it just happened.
The closure will impact nearly 200 students at varying levels of finishing up their pilot training. The majority of those students are not U.S. citizens, which means they could face issues with their visas since the school that sponsored those visas is now closed. Students at Stoneman Douglas High School will no longer have to use see-through backpacks, but they will have to pass through metal detectors when they return to class next month. The school where 17 people were fatally shot on Valentine's Day will be the first in Broward County to use metal detectors. There's no word yet if the students will walk through the metal detectors or be scanned with portable wands. Former student Nicholas Cruz is charged with 17 counts of first-degree murder. Right now, it may seem like school has just got out, but that, as we just mentioned, the new school year is just a few weeks away, and teachers need all the help they can get stocking up their classrooms. That's why Sarasota Police are helping out again this year and need your help with the annual Pack the Patrol car event. From now until Friday, August 10th, you can stop by Sarasota Police Department, drop off those donations from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m. Last year, SPD collected more than 2,000 school supplies, and they hope to beat that number this year. For a full list of everything you can donate, go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and look for this story. New at noon, when a veteran passes away with full military honors, what happens if there's no next of kin? One Suncoast group steps in to make sure they are not forgotten. ABC 7's Stephanie Webb has the story.
Three veterans' funerals today here at the Sarasota National Cemetery. Families of two of them ready to accept the flags of the fallen in honor of their loved one. But the third veteran has no next of kin. There is no one to take this flag.
These veterans have no family present. We don't know why. We don't know if they've passed away, moved on.
Now that's where the Knights of Columbus come in. Every week, veterans from all over the Suncoast volunteer to come here to pay their respects, accept the flag in their honor, and make sure that no veteran gets left behind.
I'm here and my brothers are here from all over that will provide that type of solemn salute to them, their final.
And do you come to a lot of these?
I come to an awful lot of them.
The Sarasota National Cemetery alerts the Knights when there's a veteran being laid to rest with no family. Then the call goes out.
And on any given day, 12 to 15 show up. I believe we have 13 Knights of Columbus here with us today.
Everybody, man or woman, who served in the armed forces gave to their country. Some gave the ultimate on the battlefield and died. But everybody gave something, and some gave it all. So yes, we pay the respect. I pay the respect. I'm happy to be one of the ones that came back.
Stephanie Webb for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Stephanie, thank you. The Knights of Columbus started this program back in 2010. This latest funeral was the 440th they have attended for a veteran with no family. Still to come in your Suncoast News, how to cash in on chances to make easy money through passive income opportunities. We'll explain when we come back.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
When I was growing up, my mom told us, always treat others the way you want to be treated. She did business with companies that shared her values, like Mutual of Omaha. She had a guaranteed whole life insurance policy through United of Omaha Life Insurance Company. A Mutual of Omaha company. When my mother passed away, her United of Omaha policy helped cover her funeral expenses and bills, and they had money on its way to us within 24 hours.
United of Omaha is here to take care of you. When you call the number on your screen, we'll help find the right policy for you. If you're between 45 and 85, you can get coverage up to $25,000 with no medical exam. Call us right now at the number on your screen.
Now I know I'll be taking care of my family, even after I'm gone.
United of Omaha guaranteed whole life insurance. Call or go online now. Be there for their future.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
Meet Sparky.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Well, it's a bit warm outside right now. You step out your front door, you're running into 88-degree temperatures, dew point at 77, and that's why it feels like it's 97 here in Sarasota and Venice and Inglewood, 98 in Punta Gorda and Northport and Myakka City, 99 degrees in both of those places. That's what it feels like. We have this westerly, southwesterly wind, and that's helping the air feel so muggy helping you feel muggy when you walk outside, because we have this area of low pressure to our north that continues to bring that westerly, southwesterly flow. And with all this moisture, well, that stirs up the atmosphere with some shower activity. Not so much along the coast, and I think for the most part the rest of the afternoon I think we're going to be free of any sort of widespread showers along the coast, but inland, Hardee and DeSoto counties getting their share of some heavier wet weather with some of these showers and thunderstorms right now. Again, the culprit is this area of low pressure to our north in southern Georgia, continues to spin around and pinwheel counterclockwise. Low disturbances ride around it, stir up the atmosphere, especially here in the Gulf of Mexico, and then bring this moisture and shower and thunderstorm activity our way. So for the rest of the day, I think we're going to be quiet, at least along the coast, until we get in the later evening hours when another round of showers could develop here in the Gulf of Mexico and swing in our direction. And then we get to do the whole thing over again for tomorrow, because this area of low pressure is just not going anywhere. And when it does, an area of high pressure to our south will slip in, but we'll have this clockwise flow around the area of high pressure to continue to bring that southwesterly flow. So for the next several days and into the weekend, it looks like we're going to have our share of clouds, showers, and storms. Look at the tropics right now, nothing to show you here, which is good. You know, we're in hurricane season, but at least everything is very quiet in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico. But boy, the water temperature is warm, no doubt about that. So any little disturbance that forms, we'll have to watch very closely. However, good news is the protection for us is that we have upper level winds that are very strong. So anything that does develop, those winds should shear that system apart. But we are ramping up into August and September where we see more activity. So we're going to have to watch the tropics very closely. Once again, if you're going to the beach today, strong rip currents are happening, so just be careful if you're going into the water. So again, as I discussed, for the next several days, thanks to this westerly, southwesterly flow, we have clouds, we have showers, we have storms, even into the weekend. So it looks like we're going to be in this pattern for quite some time. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Josh, thank you. In consumer news, wouldn't it be nice to just kick back and watch the money come into your bank account? Well, experts say it's possible if you might make the right choices. Melissa Rainey has some tips on how you can get creative passive income streams, which could significantly boost your worth over time.
Making money while you sleep. It sounds like a fantasy, but making that dream into reality is easier than you might think.
Passive income is basically generating money without applying my time to it.
To get started, experts recommend you first take stock of your talents and skills and figure out how to monetize them.
Start to share that knowledge. People will pay you for that knowledge. And if it's a recorded online course, you don't have to be there to generate the income.
Websites like Coursera and Udemy allow you to create online courses on anything from baking to drawing. And all you need is your smartphone and a tripod.
Everybody is really, really good at something. It may not be money, but it's something that they're great at.
Then, experts say, take the lean approach. Whether you're writing a profitable blog, online course, or book, do as little as possible, keep costs low, get feedback on your content, and build from there.
If you're doing all of this in a vacuum, you'll fail. You'll spend a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of heartache, and you'll have a lot of struggles.
The next critical step is to invest time up front and be patient. Don't expect to make loads of money right away.
Very few businesses grow quickly. They absolutely take time, they take effort, and they take consistency.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Melissa Rainey.
Other passive income streams include becoming a landlord or renting out the extra rooms in your home or apartment. Speaking of passive income, feeling lucky? Well, try buying a Mega Millions ticket today. That jackpot already the 5th largest total in the game's history at least $500 million. Jackpot now even bigger than organizers had predicted, and it's likely to increase even more. You have until 10 o'clock tonight to get your ticket. The drawing comes at 11 o'clock. If you win, you could walk away with a cash lump sum of nearly $300 million. Good luck. Still to come in your Suncoast News, why a small act of kindness from a police officer in Tallahassee is now going viral nationwide.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
The day you lose your strength is the day you lose your independence. Muscle is lost with age, affecting your energy, balance, and mobility. Before you know it, you're depending on others just to get through the day. But you can reverse and prevent muscle loss. Introducing MyoHealth, a revolutionary proven approach to increased muscle strength and function in as little as 30 days. Live life on your terms with more energy and confidence.
After a serious health issue put me down, MyoHealth's getting me back up again.
I'm doing activities that I haven't done for a long time. It really works.
MyoHealth is a safe, natural dietary supplement, the result of decades of research and 24 human clinical studies. You can live stronger at any age with greater strength, mobility, balance, and energy. Call or go online now and take the MyoHealth 30-Day Strength Challenge.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Coming up this afternoon on the all-new ABC 7 News at 4, the latest on an intensive manhunt for the man accused of killing a prominent doctor in Houston. Plus, a new discovery just made by scientists involving the Milky Way galaxy's siblings and surroundings. Be sure to join us this afternoon for ABC 7 News at 4. In entertainment news, R. Kelly releases a lengthy new song that's turning heads, and another record set by rapper Drake. He keeps setting them this summer. ABC's Jason Nathanson has today's Showbiz Wrap.
What's going on? In a 19-minute new song, R. Kelly admits he's done a lot of bad things, but not the stuff you think he's done. In the song, I Admit, Kelly confesses to cheating, being broke, and being molested as a child, but says when it comes to running a sex cult and sex with underage women, not guilty. And he sings that he hasn't been convicted or arrested. And while he hasn't been convicted, he has been arrested several times.
What are you waiting for? I'm jumping out a window!
Another Mission Impossible, another broken bone for Tom Cruise.
Yes, shattered my talus. Actually, that was not pleasant.
That's a large bone in his ankle, though he swears he's not just trying to show off on set.
I don't just jump into something and go and do it. There's a tremendous amount of preparation, tremendous amount of skill that goes into it.
As for why he takes the risks that no other actor takes, he feels it's worth it.
It allows us also from a story point of view to be able to put the cameras in places that you normally can't.
Mission Impossible Fallout is getting great reviews. It's in theaters Thursday. A lot of feelings for Drake. His song In My Feelings now holds the record for the most streams in 1 week. It beat the viral sensation Harlem Shake by Bauer, which set the record in 2013 with 103 million streams. In My Feelings, which also has a viral video dance component, was streamed 116 million times last week. And it's a Jenny from the Block birthday. Jennifer Lopez turns 49 today. And Emmy-winning Handmaid's Tale star Elizabeth Moss is 36. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
That famous Ferrari 250 GT from Ferris Bueller's Day Off is up for auction in California. But there's a catch. The car is not a Ferrari 250 at all, but just a replica, which has been modified to look like the iconic Roadster, which in real life is probably worth millions. This is one of 3 vehicles built and used in the 1986 comedy classic to survive the filming. Probably not that one, but there's no word yet on the estimated sale price. But the same car was last sold at auction in 2013 for $235,000. And it's been 49 years since the Beatles walked together across Abbey Road for their famous album cover. And Monday, Paul McCartney strolled once again through the crosswalk of Abbey Road in London. The legendary singer posted this video on his official Instagram account. Now, McCartney also held a secret show at Abbey Road Studios where he played new music from his forthcoming Egypt Station album. Finally, a reminder that a small act of kindness truly goes a long way. A Florida cop offered a helping hand and razor to a homeless man hoping to improve his life. Officer Tony Carlson shaving the beard of a man who wanted to clean up his appearance for an upcoming job interview. Well, passersby noticed what was going on and took the video, which quickly went viral. Tallahassee police also posted it on their Facebook page. And Phil, the man in that video, is hoping to get hired at a local McDonald's restaurant.
That's a great story.
Isn't that nice?
Great story.
He'll look good for it, too.
Yep.
Thanks so much for being with us. We hope to see you again back here at 4 o'clock. Have a good day, everyone.